Hi, guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence. And today I am here to tell y'all, and Naina, if she doesn't already know, that girls don't fart.
That's so true. You know
Yeah.
what they do?
What?
Do do.
Do do. They do not do
They
do.
emit like sprays of glitter.
I love
Yeah.
that. And, instead of sweating, they like trickle, we trickle diamonds instead of sweat.
And instead of burping, we have like this little like waft of orange tang.
Oh, how
You know,
cute.
it's for the
I
aesthetic.
love all these things that girls just don't do. We also don't have body hair at all. We're just like smooth angels with only luscious long locks on our head and eyebrows and nowhere else. And everyone is stupid if they actually fucking believe this. I'm Sakshi
And
Shivdasani.
I'm Naina Bhan. Let's get into
Let's
it.
get into it. All of that was cap because, as we know, and as I especially know, I have a lot of body hair. Every inch of my body I have like dense body hair. There's no deforestation on this body. It's thick.
It's thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would have had any personality development if I didn't have body hair because I was bullied left, right, center for my body hair.
Back everywhere.
Fully. It they had a page on Facebook, the guys in my grade, and it was pictures of me, and the name of the page was Bhalu.
Oh no.
So it hits deep. Like I don't have body dysmorphia with like any fat on my body or anything, but with body hair,
It's right there.
it just gets me in the
It's
gut.
a core memory of every brown girl to have been bullied for body hair. I remember one time, in eighth grade and all, like we had skirts and I had not waxed yet. And I was sitting on my chair in school, and then suddenly I looked down and there's like three dudes just like trying to graze my leg hair, and they're like, iske to mere se bhi zyada hai. And I went home and I sobbed. Like, it was so traumatic.
I have this exact story where it's like, guys, first, because I was like a tall girl, and I'm sure you've had this where you grew taller faster than the boys, and every summer they would come and they would stand next to me and
Yeah.
make me their human measuring tape.
Right.
And then we started comparing stashes. And then it just progressed to them coming to me in break and being like,
Oh no.
every time they saw me, they'd be like this. And I burnt every image from that time. I just did not want to be photographed.
Dude, okay, I was going to this birthday party and I was wearing like a dress with a similar neckline to this. And we were carpooling, me and this guy friend of mine. And he like at some point is looking at me and goes like, you have more chest hair than me. Excuse? How dare you? I was so upset. My vibe was killed at this eighth grade birthday party. But do you think that helped in like get convincing your mom that yo, this shit needs to fucking go?
Not in the least. And I'm sure everyone agrees. Like the battle that you have to have with your mother about when you can remove the hair from your body is just, it's unending. And I was like, why do you take pleasure in me being
Bullied.
like dragged in the mud? I come back every day, cry in my room. And she's like, no, we must keep your eyebrows one. One eyebrow.
You only get to earn two eyebrows.
And then there's this whole moral like policing with the length to which you can wax your leg when
Yeah.
you're growing up. So you never start with the whole leg. You
No.
always start with the half.
Yeah.
Half leg wax.
Like, who's gonna see your thigh, babe?
Yeah.
Just like you're a whore if we see your thigh.
Yeah.
So you do not need to wax your thigh. And then, like, I'm not exaggerating how fucking dense my hair is, okay? So if I just wax till my knee, there was like a India-Pakistan border right above my kneecap. So I had to like sit with my skirt like this because I just did not want anyone to see that. I start crying.
It just brought back so many painful memories. I mean, I just remember like always being stressed when I was in school and when I was in college, and I thought it would only just be about like boys making fun of me, but I feel like I was never even comfortable around girls when I was like fully not waxed
Right.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Performing femininity, has so much to do with, and feeling womanly has so much to do with not having hair on your body.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like the constructs have come up in a way that anything that is opposite to how men are is what's considered attractive for
Yeah.
women. So I have essentially felt so masculine my whole life.
That I was the bhai of
Yeah,
the group.
seriously.
And like, I feel like every girl was just more comfortable when I was around because the onus of being the hairy one was straight up on me.
Yeah.
And like I also had the thickest head hair.
Yeah.
So but who wins? But no. I remember before a pool party, I tried to shave my back myself. And I've just gone to this party, shaved on the right and on the left, but the middle, I've left like a soul patch on my back because I was like,
That
I
hits
feel like
too hard.
everyone has done this.
Yeah.
But it was horrible. I finally convinced my mom in 7th grade to let me wax my hands, okay? Because I had a Kathak performance and I was like, there's no way I'm going on stage, moving my hands around and having people see the hair. So she was like, fine, whatever, you've disappointed me gravely, but I'll allow it. And I did it. And fucking ouch. How don't people talk about the pain of waxing? This should not be legal.
Yeah.
Like, it's a core memory for me, crying and bleeding and like wondering why the fuck I wanted to do this as the first. And those waxing ladies put it on and very menacingly stare at you while rubbing it into your skin and then ripping it off with no mercy. And I was like, I cannot win this. I either be hairy or in pain.
Yeah, I remember actually like the first time my friend got waxed, I went with her. Her and her mom and I went to the parlor together and I held her hand and we both clapped.
That's so
when she
cute.
had no hair on her arms. It was a huge event in both our lives. I don't know why I was so affected.
Because it's just like someone has done it. So,
Yeah.
like, the first woman to pave the way.
Yeah, to land on the moon
Yeah.
and to wax her.
To
up.
wax. Same difference, bro.
Actually, when you were talking about it, I was like, every time I go to a shoot, the makeup artist or somebody will tell me, you have gorgeous eyebrows. And I'm like, only I know the amount of bullying that it has taken to get to the fact that, okay, now my eyebrows are perfect.
Yeah.
It's not like you can have perfect eyebrows that are really thick and bushy and not have body hair
Right.
that comes with it.
Yeah.
Right? Put a finger down or take a drink or smack your head if you have skipped going to a party because you have the outfit but you just don't have your wax legs and
Everyone
arms.
has done that. Like, I feel like I would wear like full length outfits if I hadn't waxed. Of course, this was when I was much younger. Now I've become quite chill about body hair, where I'm like, and what about it? But like, I mean, in school you wouldn't catch me. Like, when I was 16, I remember I used to take like the razor and I used to sit in the shower and shave every single hair on my legs. Now I'll do it in the fucking dark. Without like caring if one whole patch on my
Sometimes I'm just sitting in the car in the Uber going somewhere. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
a full strip.
Right.
Like,
Like, I just missed that in
Yeah.
the razor. But like, in college, I used to go for these fucking EDM concerts every weekend, and I used to wear like the shortest shorts, and I used to literally shave every single thing. Like, I don't think the artist was coming with a magnifying glass looking at my legs to see if there was any hair, but to me, that was what everyone was looking at in my head.
So now, if you're saying you don't care about it so much, how do you feel in relationships? Like when you meet a boy or when you're in a long-term relationship, what's your relationship with your body hair?
So okay, if I know that I'm having sex tonight, I will still go out of my way to shave it. Not with that much intensity, but I'm also like a shaving person, right? So like you let it grow for 4 days and you got a little prickly cactus all over your body. So just for the comfort that the samne wala doesn't get like
Hurt.
fucking rug burns from my
Just
hair.
so
rubbing-
breath with like
Just
bruises.
scratch
It
marks
was
all
sushi.
over. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we have really hot sex,
Yeah.
but it's just like my body hair is fucking scraping him like sandpaper. But yeah, so now I'm like pretty chill about it. But if it was like if I wasn't in a long-term relationship, the first time a dude sees me naked, I'm gonna be fucking chick cut. Like there's not gonna be one hair on my body. Otherwise, like I'm just like, my friends and I, when we were like hoeing around,
Yeah.
we would be like, oh, I don't want to fuck tonight, so I'm not going to shave because then you cannot pry
Yes.
my pants
Yes.
off my body.
Biggest hack
Yeah,
to having safe sex is to just not wax or shave before you go out on a date.
for sure.
You just don't have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would rather like be horny and alone.
But those pants are not being the first time. Are you kidding me? My personality cannot carry the onus of that much body hair.
And it's also levels of comfort, right? Especially with your partner. You I don't know if you do it consciously or subconsciously. You're like, okay, now at this 3-month mark, you can see a little bit of my leg hair.
Right.
Then at like 1 year mark, maybe you can see, some other
Me in
unkempt.
my element.
Yeah. But how many times has like in a romantic moment has your partner come close to you and they're so close to your face, and then you're like thinking, can
Oh,
they
shit.
spot like
Yeah.
my mustache? Are they focusing on my facial hair? And it just triggers you.
It's just more flashbacks.
Yeah.
No, but you know that fucking TikTok trend, right? Where like the guy will ask the girl, can I touch your hair?
Yeah.
And she says yes, and he goes and touches her mustache.
Yes.
My
Triggering.
boyfriend did that to me recently, and I was like, and I started sobbing.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it fucking
It really
hurt,
does.
bro. It was the worst thing because, like, now it's all chill. I don't do my upper lip anymore at all because it's not worth the pain.
Mhm.
But I will still shave it sometimes. But I'm very aware that I have upper lip hair, like I have a mustache. A lot of makeup artists have been so kind to point it out, even when I know I have thick black hair on my upper lip. Thanks. I did not miss it. But yesterday I was taking a picture of a pimple on my boob. Whatever. And I took a close up to send to a doctor, and all I could see is hair. But nipple hair. You think you're the only one that has nipple hair
Yeah.
till like everyone is hiding the same
Dude.
secret.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like even if you go on a subreddit for just women, people still won't admit to the kind and the length of body hair that they have.
Dude, I'm surprised I don't have hair. There's only two parts of your body where you don't have hair.
Where?
Right?
In my
It's-
dreams
It's the soul
and
of
my teeth.
Yes, and your eyes. Like your eyeball. It's the sole of your hands and the sole of your feet that don't have any body hair. But I wouldn't be surprised if my body was the anomaly and I just had hair on my nails and shit.
This is my nightmare. I have this nightmare all the time. So thanks God for blessing me with amazing levels of body hair and then also blessing me with baldness. Every
You
year.
can't win.
You cannot win. Like, how are these my eyebrows? But I have like fucking hair falling
Thinning.
chronically out of my head. And why is it such a pain point? Especially when you're in front of the camera. Like,
Bro, you can literally see everything on camera. My the staff working at home very kindly pointed out, unprovoked. She was like, my dog Sushi का कोई बाल नहीं झड़ता है. But दीदी आपका बाल बहुत झड़ता है. And I was like, you're fucking fired. No, it was a joke, guys. Don't cancel me. But
tell me when you come to
ouch.
like, oh, maybe you don't have it because you have beautiful head of hair. Like, but every time I go on a shoot and they're like, let's do an updo, I'm waiting for them to come with that spray.
Right.
The hair, the blackening spray
Yeah.
to like thoda
Hair
hairline
fiber.
touch up kar dete hain. Thoda clean hairline de dete, and it kills me.
Just a little bit inside. No, I don't have that problem, but I do have gray hair. Like I've had gray hair since I was 16 and it's just this patch. And like for that, I'm like, use mascara, use eyeshadow, use your own hair, but cover it. I'm not going on camera with white hair, not even gray is an understatement. My hair's like white. So then I have like the spray and I like hand it to the hairstylist as I reach on set and I'm like, please fix it. I don't want to see it. I'm not looking in the mirror before it.
But that's a really big part of like any professional life and any professional space, right? It's
Yeah.
not just in front of the camera. I feel like even when you're in like an office setup,
Yeah.
you really take a lot of time and effort to like make your hair look prim and proper because it has something to do with your professionality.
Yes.
Like you cannot walk into an office with grays. You can't
No.
walk into an office with unkempt hair because it looks badly on you. And it's just something no one will say out to you.
No, they will. Like there's this content creator couple. I think they're 50. Both have gray hair and they look stunning. I can't remember the name. If I remember it, I'll put it in the comments. But the guy is called a silver fox because of his gray hair, and the girl is just called old. I'm like, the double standard is pretty fucking clear, but like, and they're both hot as fuck. I can't remember their name for the life of me, but like women in the workplace are definitely more like a buddhi if they have like gray hair. Even when I was 16, I was called old for having gray hair. So that's that.
Dude, my mom, and I don't know if she'll be like happy with me revealing her whole life and everything, but she really wants to grow her hair out and get like just turn white. She's like, can I just move into the next stage of my life in peace? But I think she has like a perception that if I have like white hair, I might be perceived as somebody who might not have the kind of energy and stamina to keep up with like an office.
Oh yeah, then I mean, I feel like the discrimination's pretty clear, but in my mom just did the move last year, and the growing out phase, she was like, I should have just never colored my hair, but now she's got a nice salt and pepper happening, and she's feeling quite liberated, and the like, which is pretty cool. I feel my dad also went gray last year, and he was like, don't talk to me about my hair, but I think they both look pretty hot. Like, I mean, respectfully in a parental way.
Yeah. But I love actually watching those videos on like Instagram where older women suddenly after like 40 or 50 years of having the same long hair go really
for the
short.
chop, yeah.
And I love that. And I feel like there's a policing with the way women's hair is like you cannot just cut your hair without there being a reaction. So if you cut your hair really short, somebody asks
she's going through it.
She's going through something. If you color your hair, it means that your
break up.
Yeah, basically you can't just cut your hair with no reason without somebody pointing to the fact that your mental health is declining. It's declining severely.
Dude, in the last podcast episode, I had red hair. I still do, but it's like curled today. But in that one, I had like starkly red hair. And like the most hate comments was like, colored hair, samajh jao. Because it's like the perception that like, oh, girls with colored hair are fucking crazy unless they have black luscious locks. They are not meant to be respected in any way. Yeah.
So there was a survey done where they were like 87% of women have been told to not cut their hair short. And I don't know where that extends in a number, but if you have short hair, you're less likely to get a successful like wedding match.
Huh.
Yeah. Like matrimonial match.
That's fucked up.
The thing is that like long hair for the longest time, or especially in Indian culture, is like associated with fertility, with the fact that you have a healthy body,
the childbearing hips.
Yeah, childbearing hips, you're youthful. And they're all like you will never see like a quintessential Indian woman without that really long straight hair.
Yeah.
And you will never not see an Indian rebel or like an Indian divorcee or an Indian, career woman without short or curly or colored hair. So I feel like there's like such a story. Like you'll never, even with like say ghouls and Dians and stuff, right? Have you ever seen a Dian with a really sleek pulled back updo?
I would just not be scared.
You would just not be
Ganji Chudel.
Ganji Chudel. That's revelation. Yeah. That's new. But there is such a huge, like, there's there is such a huge perception of how a woman is based on her hair.
Hair.
If her hair is unkempt and messy, she's lazy.
Yeah.
She's not bothered.
I've always had curly
Yeah.
hair, and like all the girls in my family have had curly hair except one. So every time we would like be at family gatherings, we used to all get a lecture on how our hair should be like that one cousin that has straight hair. Bitch, it's your genetics. Like, what are we talking about? And then we would wake up on like a family vacation and our hair would be all over the place. And we would just get like mocked for 1 hour. There used to be a roast because of our hair. My dad also loves when I straighten my hair, and he doesn't even know what I've done. Like, he doesn't know whether it's natural or straight. He'll just be like, wow, Sakshi, you're looking amazing
Yeah.
today. And I'm like, excuse me, it's your genes. But yeah, my dad gave me curly hair. He gave me a big Sindhi nose. So I'm like, really, he gave me.
No, my heart goes out to curly haired women. There's
Bro.
apart from the 6 steps that you anyway have to do as a woman for your hair care, you have then 5 other things to do because you have to put the leave-in serum, then you have to straighten and curl your hair with a brush. And
Last time I went for a curly hair consult, the chick told me to finger coil
who
my
has
hair.
the time?
Who has the time? Like, I'm a working woman.
And then you go and get rebonding done, and then it grows
Yeah,
out
that's the
in the worst
worst.
way.
Dude, that was the hairstyle I rocked for like 4 years, where I would just go get bonding done and then it would grow out. And I used to be like, I just don't want to deal with these curls again.
Yeah.
So I would like leave them, but it would be like krr, and then
Straight.
straight, and it was horrible. But now I've stopped bonding. I'm accepting myself, I say, with heat styled hair currently.
Tell me something. Did you? I shaved for this episode,
Right.
but only my hands.
Oh,
So that's
love
why I'm
it.
wearing like a full sleeve shirt.
I did
Did you
not
wax?
shave today, but I
Yeah.
did go and get my eyebrows done. And in the process of that, the parlor wali auntie nicked my eyebrow. And then she blamed me. She was like,
Ouch.
Aapka skin bahut soft hai. I'm like, no, babe. Like, you just pulled
Suck at
my
your job,
thread.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, and now I'm just like in pain, but like at least my eyebrows are done. So I don't know who's winning.
Dude, a friend of mine, she has really like wavy hair, and
Yeah.
it gets really knotted. And she also like deals with a little bit of depression. So whenever she's depressed, you kind of lose the will to like comb your
Comb
hair.
your hair.
So she has to keep going to the parlor because she needs a team of people to undo the knots in her
mats,
hair.
yeah.
And she just keeps going to the parlor saying, "Oh, I had COVID." That's why I need you to do my hair, because she's like, I'm so embarrassed every time I go in because my hair's so knotted. They probably think I'm like, I'm just like terrible at life.
But you know, at least she's getting the help she needs,
But
because
that's so much money.
yeah, dude, look, if I have to get my hair done in a rush, it's just easier for me to straighten it than to curl it, because even after finger coiling your entire head,
Scalp.
yeah, your entire, and you have to take like small sections and do it. So even after that, it's a little game of Russian roulette. Like, will my hair set nicely or will it set badly? And I'm not in the business of taking risks. Like, I'm not a gambler personally. So I just go and say, straight karwa do.
To that, I'll add one more thing. Suppose you're a curly haired woman and you like to go to the gym. When do you wash your hair?
Dude,
When do you wash your hair?
why do you think I wear my bun so often?
Dude, that's my Roman Empire. Like, if you go to the gym, when do you prioritize shampooing your hair?
Dude, you just don't. You don't do anything, because at some point it just feels like such a mammoth task to even put your finger through your hair. You just tie it and use dry shampoo till your hair is coming off in coils, and then you're like, time for a hair wash day. But it takes 4 hours to dry. At my length, it takes 4 hours to
up.
dry. And if I lay down, like if I put my head against the pillow in the drying process, it's over.
It's over.
For 4 days, it's fully over. Yeah, it's going to stay exactly the way my pillow was on my head. So I just have to sit without back support. And if you know me, I cannot sit without back support for more than 3 seconds total.
Last time I got pleasantly drunk because we kept doing take a sip. So this time we're doing the PG-13 version, which is
Put a finger down.
I had another idea. Smack your head.
Love it.
If you
Can I smack your head if
yes, you
I've done
can.
it?
Yes, you can. And I'll smack yours right back.
I hope you've not done anything.
Smack your head if you've been ashamed of your unibrow.
Are we actually smacking each other?
Sorry.
Excuse me, I have gray hair spray here. Please don't smack it too hard.
Smack your head if you've not gone out because you weren't waxed.
I have not. I just
Wow.
wear full sleeves.
What a gal.
That's
Okay.
right.
Oh, yeah. Smack your head if you've pretended not to be horny because you weren't waxed.
It's like, no, I don't give out on the first date. Clearly.
Smack your head if you've ever been embarrassed of oiled hair. Yeah. Smack your head if you have bald thinking that you were going bald. After that whole fucking
I mean,
hair-
okay, that just makes me the unluckiest that just makes me unlucky, not bald.
Smack your head if you've been made to feel embarrassed about your body hair by your parlor didi.
These parlor didis are going to some other school to humiliate you. They have a
swear.
kink for it, I'm sure.
Smack your head if like a public viewing of your armpit hair makes you nervous.
Of course. Why do you think I'm not moving my hands so much in this episode?
It's just like smack your head if you cried the first time you got your bikini waxed. Actually, I would say smack your head if you left your bikini wax halfway because it was too painful. Smack your head if you actually know the difference between Rika wax, chocolate wax, honey wax, XYZ wax.
I don't know the
Oh, yeah.
difference. Sorry. Unsmack.
Unsmack. Okay. And smack your head if you gave yourself pandemic bangs.
No.
Wow.
I don't have the
I'll
guts.
take 150.
What's your body hair removal method of choice?
Waxing, but you have to shave, man, with shoot skets. What about
Yeah.
you?
So I used to wax for a bit, and like it's the best in terms of longevity, but it is so painful. And I don't know, I don't know if like I was the only one, but I used to get like these red spots all over my body when I used to wax, and then for 1 week I couldn't wear anything sleeveless just because it looked like I was like allergic to something. Like I
Yeah.
would have a really bad reaction, and then by the time I could wear sleeveless, little hair had started growing. So then I was like, I'm just gonna shave
Yeah.
as per my convenience and schedule and just stop waxing. But I did try a bikini wax once after I had stopped waxing, just because I thought it would be so fun to try it. Spoiler alert, it was anything but fun.
Dude, if you make the mistake of hitting the area with a razor and then going to wax,
Ah.
I have never felt, like, I don't know what hell looks like, but I feel like I saw
The
flashes
rat,
of it.
yeah.
Dude, I was just screaming. And the woman also like takes you through it. And she's like,
Yeah.
"Bas thoda aur." And
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I went to this one salon and the lady called my vagina a poo poo. She's like, "Aap poo poo wax karwa
How cute has she made it sound?
Proceeding to me like
Bro.
screaming like
And they
galis in every
really go
direction.
in.
Yeah.
Dude, I stopped halfway. I came with a half wax poo poo. I was like, enough, it's done. Like
Yeah.
I just because I had shaved for like 6 years, and then like I was like, chalo,
Let's try.
let's switch things up. This was post COVID. So
Yeah.
like I just hadn't shaved for a while, and I was like, it's time. And I cried multiple times. I swore at the waxing lady, and she was like, haha, not that painful. And I was like, you don't know my experience. And she was like, hum log karate rehte. And I was like, that's fine. I'm just not cut out for waxing my poo poo.
That's just going to be what it's called now.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why waxing women want to keep selling you this service. Like, has this happened to you? Every time I'm getting my body waxed and I'm not like going for the poo poo. They're like, करवा लो ना, कर लो ना, इस बार कर लो ना. And I'm like, why? She's like, "Wha- that's how it should be. ऐसा ही होता है."
They make money, Naina. I'll tell you about this concept called
That's true.
capitalism.
That's true.
No, you know, I get the areas of waxing thing is one, but like the basic wax hurts. Chocolate wax does not hurt because it's 5,000 rupees more. That's such a scam.
That's a
like
scam.
they'll sell you sugar wax, chocolate wax, and every time you pay for the more expensive one, they'll be like, yeah, this is not the best one. Nah,
There's
if you-
another one.
Yeah, which is
growth डेढ़ महीने बाद आती
painless.
है.
Yeah, and they're like so good at their jobs, honestly.
But does anyone, including the waxing woman, know the difference between Rika, white chocolate, brown chocolate, honey, etc.,
No.
etc., etc.?
No.
Dude, in my time, back in
Back
my
in
day,
our days.
when there was only honey wax available, and they used to cut out strips of cloth, and they used to wax you with cloth.
What?
Yes,
I don't think that's ever happened.
it did.
Naina.
It did.
We don't have that much of an
Listen,
age
if
gap.
you are my age or above and you remember this happening when you first went to the parlor and she waxed you with like pieces of cotton cloth, drop in the comments below.
I don't think my mom is watching this podcast who's gonna relate to this ancient time experience, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Have
This
you
never
tried-
happened.
Fine,
Debunked.
whatever. What about laser? Have you done laser?
I have done only bikini laser. I was sick of having hair on my poo poo.
Should we do a poo poo counter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I'm not editing it, go ahead, do
Yeah.
whatever you want in the edit. But I did 6 sessions of bikini laser. I did it from Urban Company because how dare I have to step out of my house to do
Yeah.
anything, right? And it was fine. It was chill. The lady was very nice. The first 3 sessions were easy breezy. The next 3 sessions were not so pleasant. They like up the intensity and like they keep zapping your poo poo and it's just horrible. But like I stopped at some point because it was draining my bank account and I wanted to buy other things with the 20,000 I was spending on bikini laser. And it reduced my like growth by 40 to 50%. Maybe I need to reignite my savings to get more bikini laser
That's
sessions.
not bad.
Yeah.
I did face and I did underarms.
Ooh.
Underarms or like anywhere you have thick growth or whatever, I would really recommend it. It's
Yeah.
life changing.
Yeah.
But face, unless you really have like a lot of growth, you actually end up doubling the hair because it only works on hard hair. So if you have
Right.
fine hair and they shave you and then they laser,
Oh.
that hair starts becoming hard.
Huh.
Yeah.
I remember I had waxed my face once and like because I've got these side locks and this forehead hair, like to the point that every time I go for threading of my eyebrows, she'd be like, forehead.
And
I'm
they
like,
charge you extra,
yeah.
$150 for your forehead.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, don't touch my forehead. I can't sit through the pain. But I did like wax my face once. The worst case of acne in the history of my life. And I was like, my face was pimped out with pimples at some point. That was my attempt at wordplay.
Oh, nice. Like, where is this going?
Yeah, I was like, pimped.
That's where it went.
Pimped out. But
Yeah.
I just had the worst acne. I didn't step out for like a week because it was just such a stupid decision to make.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, what the fuck? Why did you do this shit? And I was like,
Yeah, you know, sometimes when you're like, you're going to meet a guy, especially like when I was younger now, I'm like, whatever. And you want to be conspicuous, so you go for like the back wax and the
Right,
stomach wax.
yeah.
And then you have the thickest reaction, and your back is covered in like spots in your
Yeah.
stomach. And then it's worse than when you
Right.
had hair.
Yeah. It's like the hair he would have moved past.
Yeah.
Now, how is he going to move past
It's like,
this?
wow, she's
I
got
love-
stomach acne. Like,
Hey, I get acne on my boobs sometimes, like currently.
Yeah.
But
razor. Let's go in
yeah,
for the razor.
that's my hair removal technique of choice. Actually, it is so convenient. It
convenient.
is so convenient.
It's
That's
really
the
cheap
only
and it's
yeah.
very convenient.
But those are the only pros because, like, your hair will grow back prickly. I don't think there's more growth or thicker growth on the body, at least for me. I think that's like that is a common experience for a lot of people. For me, it comes back the same, but it definitely is prickly AF. And I sometimes cannot sleep with shorts on because
Dude,
it
I was
like
going to ask you what happens to the poo poo on day like 2 or 3.
I don't want to talk about it. Dude, it's like I cannot tolerate the prickliness of like actually my legs are the things that bother me. The poo poo is fine. She's thriving after the bikini laser. But
Oh, yes.
like the legs, I have to like put a pillow between my calves because otherwise I'll wake up with rug burns.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about for your male pattern baldness that both of you don't suffer? I suffer from.
You suffer from male pattern.
I feel like at the rate that my hair is
You're
falling
getting
out,
the donut.
I'm getting something. Nothing I've done has helped it. And I've done a lot of things.
Right.
I've done, okay, of course, like the basic, like
Microneedling.
serums and things like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was one from L'Oreal, like this Amnexil treatment that worked for me once. I did acupuncture, which kind of helped.
Right, that's microneedling.
No, that's literally you lie on a bed and they put needles into your head for half an hour. You just
And then your hair grows.
yeah, or it stops falling.
Okay.
I did the microneedling. It feels like your head is a construction site and somebody's
Really?
going over it with
Huh.
a bulldozer.
Right.
Because it's just needles puncturing serum into your head at like this really
Yeah.
hard pace.
So I don't know if you remember, but in 2020 I went on a shoot and my hair got like super burnt and it fell off because I'd done bonding and bleaching and that salon fucking sucked. So I got like my hair fell from like 3 inches off my scalp. So I tried to go in for micro needling and everything, but they were like, the problem is not your scalp, it's just the rate of growth. So there's literally nothing you can do about it. So just suffer for a year till it grows out. So I did suffer for a year till
Yes.
it grows out. But it was like, I was like, listen, tell me, like, name a price because at this point I'm pretty price agnostic. I just want my hair back. And they were like, there's literally nothing you can do except wait for it to grow out. Like, coconut oil, sure, if you feel better about it. Rosemary oil, go for it, babe. It's not harming you, but it's not doing anything for you.
Do you trust this whole like using Ayurvedic oil? Because the dermatologist or what is a hair doctor called?
Trichologist.
Yeah. But they tell you not to oil your hair when your hair is falling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So someone told me to use forest Kama Ayurveda Brigandi hair oil
I've tried
to
that.
reverse my graying, and they were like, "You're just not a believer. That's why it's not working for you." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
That's beyond science.
I have to manifest for my hair oil to work. No fucking way.
No one put that on the label.
Yeah, be a believer. I was like, this is a load of bullshit. This 1,200 rupee bottle that has a very strong smell.
Very strong smell.
Yeah.
You know what has a strong smell? I used to use onion water. It did help once or twice,
Yeah.
but you literally take an onion and you blend it with a little bit of water and then you strain it and then you put that pungent juice on your
Right.
scalp and
Yeah.
you keep it overnight. And you basically are single through the process because no one wants to put up with the way you stink through the night. And every sheet and everything, you're also tearing up from the vapors of the onion.
but your hair might grow
Yeah,
back.
so you
So
hold
you
it in.
suffer.
Yeah.
So apparently that works if your hair fall is not genetic, but if it's
Mm.
genetic, then it doesn't work.
Then you just wait
then you just
silently.
then you go to Turkey and get a hair
I
transplant.
really want a hair
You
transplant.
don't need a hair
Wait
transplant,
till
do
I put my
you?
hair up in a
Oh,
ponytail. I really want a hair transplant. That's the other thing, dude. Like in our industry, right? Most women are wearing extensions,
right.
and you never see them
No.
without their extensions. So you're like, how is it a prerequisite to have like this
Beautiful.
beautiful lock of
Yeah.
hair to be like a Bollywood or like a South Indian
No.
actress?
You just get some niche hair.
Dude, I ordered niche hair on Blinkit.
You
And I
did?
didn't read I wanted bangs.
Right.
I was like, instead of cutting them this time, let me just buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has these really weird blonde streaks, and I never
Oh,
saw it.
no.
So now it's just lying there, this little mustache
Dude,
beard.
I fucking love the niche hair donut.
Yes.
Like, because when I tie my hair back, it's got a little
Yeah.
chicken vibe happening. But with the hair donut, I look like a babe. Like, I can do the Hailey Bieber sneak bun and all with a bob.
But I also feel like, like growing up, there was this whole thing about like oiling your hair, and your mother would oil your hair, and it would be really embarrassing. I don't know if it happened for you, but I would get damn embarrassed if I had to go to school the next day with
With
like
oil hair?
oil
Yeah,
hair,
same.
braided hair, and things like that. And there were a lot of like Indian traditions that I stepped the fuck away from. And then yesterday, I saw Kim Kardashian on The View talking
Right.
about her hair maintenance, and she's figured out this really crazy thing where she's like, sometimes when I have blonde hair, I just dunk it into like a bottle of coconut oil. It's amazing for your hair. And they were all clapping.
Yeah, she
I was-
discovered it. And it's like
I was like, bitch.
ready to throw hands,
Hands.
bro.
Dude, I love how like people can just appropriate like a culture and make it cool and sell it back to you. And
For
then
shit that I was bullied for. Like, if
Yes.
it was just like a cool thing, like, she didn't invent it, we invented it. And, like, especially that coquette fucking bow trend where, like, you plait,
and then you turn it up
and you
into a
turn
loop.
it up. That's like the OG schoolgirl hairstyle, which, like, we were definitely made fun of for.
Yeah, imagine if you were caught dead in school with that hairstyle, it was over.
Yeah.
It was over for you.
Just that.
How did you wear your hair in school?
So we had this white hairband policy, okay? So whatever you do, you have to wear a white hairband. And my mom, okay, God bless her, she did her best, but she didn't have curly hair, neither does my dad. So she was like figuring it out as she went with me and my sister. So she didn't know what to do for flyaways and all because we refused to use coconut oil. So I would tie a ponytail and wear a hairband, even though my hair was pretty short. And like guys during class used to like try to put pencils in my hair and everything. And the worst part is the pencil used to fucking stay. I used to go home and I used to discover like sharpeners and erasers in my hair because it was just so dense. And like they used to call me like a bunny rabbit tail and all because of the
hair
yeah.
being so thick. Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, what did you do?
I'm trying to think, like again, when I was, I think a teenager, that was a time when all women, or most women, or I, myself alone, was really trying to perform like my femininity. So I tried to like evade school rules as many ways that I could. So I got like a really nice step haircut. And, if you are like a girly girl, you leave like a bang, you leave like something. You
Yeah.
have to pull out a little bit of your
Right.
hair. Or you rebel by putting like colorful clips, even though you can only wear black. Clips. It's
Yeah.
just the extent of it is that. I think that's what I did.
Huh.
And I always think about like how essential it is for a person to not have body hair and to have like really thick, luscious hair to like even to kind of really feel feminine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even when people are transitioning, the first steps that you take even before you go
Yeah.
into like a surgery is you start removing hair and you start growing your hair
Yeah.
out.
Well, it's also that I mean, so have you seen that thing where like your makeup may or may not be done, but unless your hair is looking good, you are not going to look good.
That's true.
Like, however you do it, whether it's sleek, whether it's open, your hair defines more about your appearance than any other
Yeah.
feature. Like, I remember when like my hair had like fucking fallen off, I was like, just keep these two strands, the front ones, because I felt like if I could frame my face, I would be sorted. Now, again, it was very damaged looking, so it did not work. But like, I just could not like be fully like boy cut because of the word boy in
Boy.
the boy
Yes.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pixie now.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't keep up. But now it's trendy, but like, it's not my hairstyle of choice.
I think when your hair fell out, I was watching, your posts on Instagram, and I think you single-handedly united like the women of India because everyone felt that fear deep in their gut.
Yeah.
And I watched your journey of hair growth back like a stalker because I was like, how is she dealing with this? I would have lost my shit. Like I would have
For
been
sure.
depressed.
I was. I didn't come out of my room for 1 month. Like November 2020, I just didn't post anything. And after that, my account fucking stagnated for 6 months. I deserve compensation, which I'm never going to fight for because I'm too much of a fattu. But I do deserve compensation.
On my delayed flight back from Delhi to Bombay, I sat and I did the breakdown. How much money you spend on hair care? Okay. So if I'm looking at full body waxing, 2000 into
Sure.
12, 24,000.
Right.
Wait. Full body waxing at its cheapest is 2000. That's 12 times a year. That's 24,000. Shampoo, 500 into 6, maybe one bottle per 2 months.
Sure.
3,000. Same with conditioner, 3,000. Haircut, 700 bucks a haircut into 2, let's say. So that's 1,400. Then you do a spa or a blow dry or a treatment. I'm compounding that rate at 8,000. And then you buy fucking stupid accessories that you never put on your head, like ribbons
Silk
and
pillowcase.
I'm going to put that at 1,000.
Sure.
At its most conservative, that's about 50,000 rupees. That's 50,000 rupees you spend on your body that a man is going to spend setting up his gaming station. Free to
Bro.
do whatever he wants to do with
I
it.
would do so much if I had 50,000 extra rupees a year. Like
Right?
buy one. No, I would like get a hobby. Like, an expensive-ish. I would do
Like
horse
buying a
riding.
bag. Yeah.
No, I would learn how to scuba dive.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You could take a fucking trip. Like
And then
would-
that would damage my hair more, and then I would have to come back into another hair spa. Wow, what a vicious cycle.
What a lovely loop.
Anyway, and also the time, right?
Time.
Like it takes so much time to worry about your hair, especially if some idiot recommends finger coiling to you. Well,
Yeah.
I have spent more time on my hair than you guys have spent watching this podcast. That is a waste of
100%. You can't just wake up in the morning, wash your face, and show up at work. If you ask the average dude, when do you wake up in the morning to get to work at 8 o'clock?
7:55.
7:15.
Yeah.
And you're at work looking fresh. You just threw on some Axe body spray and it's good to go.
Just yeah, and how much does an Axe body spray cost? 150?
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
And a woman will spend like how do you get to work at 8 a.m.? You have to wake up at 6.
Yeah.
First, you have to live with your thoughts.
Yeah.
Another day in this body.
Then you have to put
God.
that fucking hair wax to get that chapta, sleek hair bun.
How much time does it take you to do low maintenance, didn't touch my hair, but touched my hair look?
35 minutes,
Yeah.
I would say.
A messy bun that looked like nothing was done
Right.
to it takes like 40 minutes.
Yes. And I have short hair also. But anyway.
So I was sorry. Just
Sorry.
to tell you, I was just thinking about this, okay? So if I'm an actress going to shoot a film and I get a per day cost of X, okay? And my male co-actor also, let's say, gets X, okay?
Yeah.
I'm showing up every day to set 1.5 hours earlier to get my hair and makeup. That means instead of being paid for 12 hours X, I get paid X for 13 and a half hours. And when you compound that, That's a fucking discounted rate.
Facts. Yeah, that's true.
That's a lot of your time that you gave to production with no questions asked, because you also want to look good on set.
Of
You
course.
also want to look your best in a film, but you are like taking that out. And then there's also the maintenance. Of course, they're blow drying your hair all the time. It's just a downward battle.
And then you see the guys, they just come sit on the chair and they do,
dude,
and they get spikes, and then they're like, bus, bus, bus. And then they are let go.
if I could take a shot for every time I walked into like my male co-actor's vanity and he was doing his hair and makeup and he just did, let's go. Like, I would be drunk.
Alcohol poisoning up in this bitch.
Yeah. So I feel like it's just in any direction, whether you're at work or you're in school
Or chilling at
or
home.
retiring.
Yeah, there's just so much time gone into thinking about your hair.
Yeah.
Let's take a moment of silence for all the time and money and thoughts we have spent thinking, doing, removing all our body hair and putting all our head hair. But we will not actually make you all take a moment of silence in this audio format video. So just go and ponder about this. And thank you for watching this very hairy episode. See you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.